Hello, for anyone wondering whether or not to buy a bike from bikediscount.de, I thought I'd record a little video detailing my experience. So the main attraction of Bike Discount.de obviously is the great price. I'm not quite sure how they do that, but they managed to come in about £300 cheaper than anywhere else on the bike that I was looking at. A quick look around the internet showed generally favourable reviews, that all seemed legit, so I took the plunge. Payment process was easy. I got an email confirmation really quickly and opening an account with them, where the order was showing straight away. Placing the order, I did have a couple of questions. I wanted to clarify the timescales and also that the bike was going to be built in the way that I wanted it to with the UK setup. They replied really quickly, confirming that they were aware that because the order would come from the UK, that it needed a UK setup. Confirmed that, and also confirmed that there was a little bit of a backlog on delivery, around 14 working days for them to build and dispatch the bike. So yeah, it did take most of that time for them to build the bike, and then about the same again, well, maybe a little over a week for DHL to deliver it. So 26 days all in. Felt a lot longer, so I was very excited, but actually for the saving, I think it was well worth it. So on delivery, that came pretty well boxed. No obvious signs of any damage, pretty thick cardboard. It was marked all over as being fragile. A couple of carry handles made it easier getting in and out of the house and the car. It's got written on in German and in English, not that really matters, I suppose, and two plastic straps holding it together. So now comes the unboxing itself. So first off, you need to get past the plastic straps, and there's a little bit of tape as well, just holding it in place. It does say to open up this way. It's also worth noting as well, it does say to keep hold of the packaging just in case any need to return it. Hopefully that won't be the case for me. Just quickly cut through that tape to get the box open. It's pretty well packed inside. At this point I realised that just by saying open this way doesn't mean open this way. Back on its end, open the right way. That first box came out was an empty box, just there to, I don't know, I suppose pack the bike in. This box is a bit more important, a couple of things in there. We've got the general handbook for the bike, so the instructions for the disc brakes, another leaflet more around specific for carbon frame bikes. Again, for the brakes, a little bag with a water bottle cage, bolts, some little plastic stickers to protect the cables rubbing, spare disc kind of blocker. Continue unpacking it, so it's pretty well packaged. You can see some more cardboard holding the wheels in place. Another box, and that is again just for packing it, keeping everything secure during transit. Empty box, as you can see. And a wheel holder on the other side. Bit of polystyrene. First bit actually, the rest of it's cardboard. And then the bike comes out easily enough there. And as you can see, everything's well strapped together, well protected with bits of cardboard, bubble wrap, and held together securely with cable ties. A little bit of masking tape as well there to protect the cable from rubbing on the frame. Seat attached to the seat post. Wasn't expecting that, I thought I might have to do that separately. Worth saying as well at this point that the bike clearly had been assembled at Bike Discount Day before being unassembled and packaged. Okay, and to put the bike together, the torque settings are displayed on the top of the headset stem there. It's really simple, just a case of undoing the 4-bolt clamp. And getting the handlebar back on. As I mentioned before, it's been built before, so there were some markings which actually helped line it all up. Cable's pretty stiff, so you know it wasn't really playing, wasn't staying where I wanted it to. And we get the 4 bolts in, remembering those torque settings marked on the frame. Ensure it's not over tightened and causing any damage to the carbon. And then we'll move on to the front wheel. Disc brake, as you can see, well protected plastic disc on the one side, and a little cap on the other. That's not so no muck gets in. And the fork itself, well protected, and a little bit of polystyrene there, and the through axle is already installed with a little bit of cardboard on it. There's a spacer in the disc brake there as well. Just pop that out. Unscrew the through axle. Already pretty well greased. Now it's just a case of slotting the wheel in. Just making sure that the disc is in line with the brakes before dropping it down. And then quickly popping the axle back in, lining it up with the other side of the fork, and tighten it up again, paying attention to the torque settings. C-post next, again torque settings marked on the frame there. Use a little bit of carbon assembly paste. This is opposite of grease. It's used to generate friction, so there's no need for you to over tighten and damage your carbon stem. And take a long couple of turns to get that held nicely in position. And there you go. All that's left now is pedals. New bike, new set of pedals, ultegra to match. Pretty well boxed. Inside little compartment for each of the pedals, clearly marked which is right and left in the different coloured plastic bags. And underneath the pedals, could see a nice new pair of cleats and the obligatory sort of safety instructions. Taking them out of the bag, fair to say they're extremely light, look very well made. To put these in, just using a little bit of lithium grease, anti-seize grease, just to make sure that as and when I do need to take those pedals out, it shouldn't cause me too much of an issue. Just applying a little bit of this around the thread on each of the pedals. And then screw those in, line them up. Make sure that you're paying attention to screwing them in the right way. Making sure that you're putting the right side on the right side. Just using a little Allen key there to get those in nice and tight. And then simply repeat for the other side. Once I move the crank arm into the right position. There we go, it was really easy. I can only speak highly about bikediscount.de, the way they package the bike, the communication, most importantly the price. Everything's gone well, really pleased, and I can't wait to get out on that bike.